How's it going, everyone? RaMTEID here. For today I have another video for you guys when it comes to the Battlefield 1 open beta, and for this video I really want to go over some of the pickup weapons that you can find on the map. But first and foremost I want to talk about the Cavalry soldier that you can get out of your deployment. Now these are just some quick tips with this. You can pull the sword out, and it has crazy range on the beta right now. They really need to tone that down, and something to remember is that its gun does a lot of damage, and you can throw health and ammo for yourself and your teammates, and at the same time you take less damage. So that's something to be aware of when you pick this particular unit, and you have to pick one of the two from your deployment, otherwise it does not give you those same bonuses when it comes to taking less damage. Now when it comes to killing someone who is on the horse, don't focus your attention to the horse itself. Focus your attention to the particular person riding the horse, because they'll end up taking less damage to kill than the horse will. And even if you kill the horse, I believe the rider will still be alive, so it doesn't matter either way. A good way to take out the cavalry people is by shooting them a lot. But you can take them out with grenades, and incendiary grenades do a really good job as it lights them on fire, and even if they're away from the initial area of effect, it's still going to do damage to them over time. So for the first pickup weapon I want to mention, it is the Tank Hunter rifle, which is basically a single shot sniper rifle that does a lot of damage to vehicles and even infantry. It reminds me a little bit of the AT rocket gun in a way, because you do have to be laying down in order to use it, but as you can see here, it only takes 2 shots to take out this armored car, and it only takes 1 to take out this light infantry vehicle on the other side. Another thing to know is it doesn't take out the stationary cannons there, so that's something to be aware of. I don't know why it doesn't do any sort of damage to those when it takes out tanks, but it is what it is, I guess. Here's a quick clip of me using this in-game. Now, something to remember is the tanks, actually, it'll take more rounds to take them out as opposed to the lighter vehicles. However, it can be quite effective against these light infantry vehicles, and that's just for my buddy You Suck right there. You have to teabag when you take somebody out like that. And right here I screw up and miss the first shot. I do get the second shot, and this is why it reminds me of the AT rocket gun. Because if you do use the AT rocket gun with the assault class, you can take out infantry just like this as well. The next pickup weapon is at Objective Frederick, and this is the MG08 LMG. This thing is pretty monstrous. You cannot ADS with this. However, it can put up a lot of damage. It has 200 rounds that you can shoot with it. And if I remember correctly, you do end up getting the armor with this pickup as well, so you can take more damage than you would be able to just as an infantry player. I've only used this weapon several times within the game. However, it does have its perks, especially on this particular flag. Either when you're there alone or you're being surrounded by enemies. It can be really helpful, as taking less damage, of course, is helpful, and you can put out a lot of damage with this particular weapon. So that's just something to keep in mind when you are around this particular flag. And you can pick it up and even head to C after that and do a lot of damage there, because there's usually enemies around C during the entire match. So for the final pickup weapon, it can be found at Objective Butte. So for this particular weapon, it is the flamethrower. This thing is amazing. You are slower with these weapons, remember that, or at least with this one and the last one, the MG08. But this thing has some good range on it. It can take out enemies quickly. You take less damage, but you still have to be careful and be aware of your health. If you are low on health, you can get behind cover and replenish your health back. So that's something to be aware of as well. I have had the opportunity to use this several times. I would use the Tank Hunter rifle more often if it wasn't so far away from everything else. But out of all the pickups, this is by far my most favorite. Being able to use the flamethrower is fun, and it can come in really helpful when you're trying to cap bases or defend them. Another video idea that I have for you guys that I'll end up doing is talking a little bit more when it comes to people that use the flamethrower, the MG08, and the cavalry class. Because like I said, these classes take more damage, so it's more difficult to kill somebody when they're using this class. So I'll do another video just so this one doesn't run on much longer, and let you guys know some of the ways you can take these guys out, and maybe how you want to play that approach when you see somebody using one of these particular weapons. With that being said, I'll leave you guys with the last little bit of this gameplay footage here with the flamethrower. So I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, feel free to hit that thumbs up. If you didn't, feel free to hit the thumbs down. If you have any suggestions or even questions, feel free to leave a comment. And if you want to see more and you aren't already, hit that subscribe button. I would appreciate it. And as always, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. RaMTEID out.